Hey, what's up, everyone? It's the FINALROUND, and my name is Jordan, and I hope you all are doing well. This is going to be part one of the first round of the NBA playoffs matchups. The way I do my videos, I give the matchups and what I see with historical matchups, and I just don't think it's going to be relevant to do it every single game one, game two, game three, game four. So I'm going to do a breakdown of each matchup. This is going to be part one for all the Saturday games, and then I'll do a part two tomorrow for all the Sunday games, and then that'll be it for round one. So if you can, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and if you have a little bit of extra time, can you leave a comment for the algorithm? It can be anything, an emoji, just one letter, a hello, a bye, any of that helps get this video out there for the YouTube algorithm, and I would very much appreciate it. And I'm also partnered with an app called JOCKMKT. Use promo code FINALROUND11 and they'll match your first deposit. $20 to $100. I was able to talk them into an exclusive promo code, Square, for tomorrow. So if you have promo code FINALROUND11 previously, or if you sign up with it, there should be a Darius Garland 4.5 assist square for you for Saturday. They told me that. Last time they did it, there was some problems getting it up, but we got the Donovan Mitchell one up. And since I'm a Cavaliers fan, I keep asking for Cavaliers players. So it should be a Darius Garland 4.5 assist square if you have promo code FINALROUND11. So let's get into these matchups. The first matchup is going to be the Sixers versus the Nets, which is an interesting one because of the Ben Simmons trade. But the number one guy we have to look at is obviously going to be Joel Embiid. And I'm not just going to be pointing out obvious guys for everything. But the Nets are giving up the 5th most points and the most rebounds to the center position. They have his points line really high. And in 2 games versus the Nets this year, he scored 31.5 and he got an 11.5 rebounds. Nick Claxton I feel like he just isn't big enough to battle with Joel Embiid down low, and I feel like the Sixers know they're going to go through Joel Embiid for this series, and they could get an easy sweep with Joel Embiid. He should dominate. This is a cupcake matchup for him. I don't know about the points for the whole series because Prizepicks has that, but if you want to go with a points line during the series, I think he's got it in him to score 40 or 50 or definitely a rebounds prop. They have his rebounds prop pretty low compared to his averages, and I think he's going to do very well with rebounding. Another guy to look at is obviously going to be James Harden and his assist. I feel like he knows he has an incredible player on his team, and he's going to be feeding him as much as he can. And the Nets during this series, they're going to have to make a choice. They're going to have to either double team Joel Embiid and let the shooters beat them, or they're just going to get wrecked by Joel Embiid. Either way, they're going to have Harden out there to shoot. They're going to have Maxey out there to shoot. They got shooters all around. But my X factor is going to be Tyrese Maxey. The Nets have been giving up the 2nd most points to the shooting guard position this year. So Tyrese Maxey is just one of those guys that can go off at any time. They have his line around 20 points, which I think is fine. I think in any given game, he could go off for over 20 points. Especially if Harden takes a back seat. So you could wait game one to see how Harden is playing. If he takes a back seat, then Maxey could definitely be the secondary scorer behind Joel Embiid. So there aren't too many good matchups for the Nets players. I did see Nick Claxton for the center position. He's got a terrible matchup against Joel Embiid in the center position. They're giving up the 2nd least points and the least rebounds. So he didn't get too many rebounds in their matchups in the past this season. So if you want to look at Claxton under points or rebounds, that could be a play if you like unders. And you don't have to be worried too much about Mikal Bridges getting locked up. The Sixers are giving up the 14th most points to the shooting guard position. I think Mikal Bridges is going to be able to get over his points prop. But an X factor for the Nets I'm looking at is going to be Seth Curry coming off the bench. The Sixers traded him away. And since that trade, he's averaged 23 points a game against the Sixers. So look out for Seth Curry props. Next game is going to be the Hawks and the Celtics. The Hawks give up the 5th most points overall this season. They are not very good defensively. I think the X factor for the Celtics is going to be Derek White. The Hawks are giving up the 4th most points to the shooting guard position, and we have seen Derek White go off over the season. There was even someone in the Discord with the name Derek White for president. He was playing so well. So look for Derek White props for points and assists. And for Jaylen Brown, there's not going to be much pushback for him. The Hawks are giving up the 7th most points and the 6th most assists. And same for Jason Tatum. The Hawks are giving up the 8th most points to his position. This is going to be just like the Sixers and Nets, just not much pushback, not much defense on the other end. The Celtics are they're just going to have their way. But some guys to look at for the Hawks. John Collins has a good matchup for rebounds. The Celtics are giving up the 2nd most rebounds to the power forward position. They are giving up the 4th most assists to the point guard position. So look for Trae Young assist. And a sneaky play, my X factor for the Hawks is going to be Saddiq Bey. He's actually played the Celtics 6 times this year. He played them 4 times with the Pistons and 2 times with the Hawks. And he's averaging 13.5 points and 4.2 rebounds against them. He did get a lot of minutes in the play-in game. DeAndre Hunter got in foul trouble, but he still played really well. I see Saddiq Bey coming off the bench, playing against the 2nd unit, being able to score, and he could be a sneaky play for points or rebounds. In the next game, the Knicks versus the Cavs, the one I'm going to be tuning into the most. Going to be very low scoring, 2 low-paced teams. Not going to be one where you're going to see a lot of overs, but there are guys who are efficient and they're going to be able to do it. One X factor I'm looking at is Caris LeVert. The Knicks give up the 6th most points and the 7th most assists to the small forward position. And keep an eye on that assist for Caris LeVert. In their last matchup on March 31st, Caris LeVert had 15 points and 7 assists. Darius Garland in all the matchups scoring around 20 points. I think that's where his line is at. Line is pretty sharp on that one. I see him coming in around 20 points for each game. He might have one where he goes off for a little bit more, but I still see him coming around the 20-point mark. So it might be one you want to stay away from, but you could definitely take a look at his assist. And you know, Donovan Mitchell's going to do his thing. He scored over 40 points last time they played. Mitchell Robinson, the Cavs have been giving up the 9th most rebounds to the center position, and Mitchell Robinson has been a great rebounder. I would look at his rebounds prop. Last time he played against the Cavaliers, he got 14 rebounds in 22 minutes. And that was with Julius Randle out and Jared Allen was out. And Julius Randle is questionable for game 1. He may not play. If he doesn't play, then definitely look at Mitchell Robinson rebounds for that game 1. And also, if Julius Randle is out, take a look at Jalen Brunson. He went absolutely off in that last game on March 31st. He scored 48 points and got 9 assists. The Cavs are normally good against point guards, but Jalen Brunson did his thing. And the high-octane matchup that we're all going to be excited for should be a lot of overs. The Warriors versus the Kings, 2 high-paced teams, not a lot of defense, especially from the Kings side. The Kings need to go through Domantas Sabonis against the Warriors. The Warriors are going to want to play small ball. Domantas Sabonis is going to have to be on the court. The last time he played against the Warriors, he scored 26 points, had 22 rebounds, and 8 assists. The Kings are going to want to go through him. The De'Aaron Fox actually didn't score too well in that matchup. It was all Domantas Sabonis, and when you keep Domantas Sabonis on the floor, the Warriors have to keep Looney on the floor. So look out for Looney rebounds. For Domantas Sabonis, the Warriors are giving up the 7th most points and the 5th most assists to the center position. Other than him, I don't see any other guys from the Kings that really stand out to me for this series. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox can go off because Steph Curry isn't the best defender in the world, but Andrew Wiggins is going to be back, which helps the Warriors tremendously. They have his points line for this game 1 at 11 points. I'm not sure if he's going to be on a minutes restriction. I have a quote from Andrew Wiggins. He says he's going to let it all out on the floor. So I don't know. That sounds like a guy who's ready to play. 11 points seems pretty low. And the last time he played the Kings, he scored 26 points against them because they're giving up the 8th most points to the small forward position. So that 11 points might be a good one to take for game 1. And then we'll see where it is for game 2 and so on. And another guy to look at is going to be Draymond Green. We know he likes to rebound and pass the ball. The Kings are giving up the most assists to the power forward position. So great spot for Draymond Green. He's going to have the rookie Keegan Murray on him. So I feel like he's going to be able to do whatever he wants except score. He's probably not going to want to score, even though the Kings are giving up a lot of points to the power forward position. Draymond Green's going to get his rebounds and his assist. And Steph Curry, we know he can score, so I'm not going to point out his scoring line, but don't sleep on his rebounding and his assist. The Kings give up the 2nd most rebounds and the 2nd most assists to that point guard position. So that is the breakdown for part 1 of the first round of the NBA playoffs. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it's helpful for you guys with making your decisions for your player props. I know I didn't give you anything specific, but I'm talking about an entire series and I don't want to make repetitive videos over and over again. So I will be making part 2 tomorrow, and I will catch you guys later. So God bless all of you. It's the final round, and my name is Jordan. Bye.